effects have gotten really good. What's up, y'all? Straw Master Lee.
And Lulu.
Today we get a Godzilla reaction.
God, it's big like your voice.
I'm looking forward to this. It's an interesting approach that Toho is taking with the Godzilla franchise, because they got the stuff that's produced in the US and they got the stuff that's produced in Japan. It's like two different approaches, not even one storyline, right?
What?
The one in the US is all about like monsters fighting monsters, right? I think the next one that's coming out is Godzilla once again facing off with King Kong and a bunch of other monsters. But in Japan, they're still releasing Godzilla movies. And the ones there feel like a combination of art house plus big budget kaiju kind of stuff. A lot of the stuff doesn't get a lot of exposure in the US, but I'm here to shed some light on it because some of the stuff they produce from Japan for the Japanese audience is really, really cool.
Why can't they do that in US?
I don't know. I guess I just don't think there's much of a market for it. But I mean, I feel like Godzilla at this point has just worldwide appeal. There's just something about the character that is oddly terrifying because he's, you know, kind of a destructive monster. Like, people freaking love him as if like he's the good guy. And so yeah, let's check it out. By the way, if you want to hear some wicked wild stories, go check out my channel.
And if you want some hotness, check out my fantasy show on my OnlyFans.
I want to see a rated R Godzilla movie. I love the bass for Godzilla movies.
Godzilla.
Whoa, the effects have gotten really good.
They were just standing there.
Yeah. Oh, that's like the American Godzilla.
Godzilla -1.
My God.
God.
This is the first time I'm wearing these headphones.
It's like
where literally
shaking.
your whole head is shaking from the intensity.
Wow.
That was pretty intense.
They did great on that sound effect.
They really did. Although, I feel like the one thing that's a little off, and I'm not quite used to it, is Godzilla's roar. Because his classic roar feels very iconic, you know? There's almost like a high-pitch element to it, mixed with the old.
That's
yes,
close.
like a chicken, baby. And even with some of the new Godzilla updates, it kind of harkens back to that. This one sounds much more like a just deep roar. Very different. I was just reading it here. I think I was wrong about Godzilla -1, which I thought it was like T-1, where you're counting down to, you know, 5, 4, 3, and then boom, Godzilla attacks. They're referring to -1 of like Japanese society, where basically it's setting the whole country back into negative territory because he's so destructive that he comes and basically just destroys everything.
Wow. The question is, how are they going to put him down?
I don't feel like they ever put him down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Godzilla always goes on and on and on. It's just a matter of, you know what Godzilla is? And I've read about this sort of as like a metaphor. He is, in many ways, the creation of man through our warlike ways. Japan, because they suffer atomic bombs, this is a reflection of like what happens when a destructive force comes through your country, destroys everything. And in many ways, you know, they treat it almost like a natural disaster, right? Like, you can't fight against it. You know, the follies of man, no matter how much we try to control it, and, you know, the things that we do, we end up creating, you know, worse situations, and then like, this thing just keeps coming. So It's an interesting metaphor. I don't know if it's like that for all Godzilla movies, but it seems like they harken back to that quite often.
I can see that.
Yeah. God. Look good, though.
It looks good. Very dramatic.